Today we're going to try and dial in a Lamb of God inspired tone on the Hotone Ampero. If you're new here, my name's Taylor and I do all sorts of guitar related stuff on my channel, mostly metal guitar related. If you like this sort of content, make sure to subscribe and click the bell notification icon so you don't miss any of my uploads. Click the little like button while you're down there. It really helps out and I really appreciate it. So today I wanted to make a video based off a request that I had to dial in a Lamb of God inspired tone on this little guy right here, which is the Hotone Ampero. The tone that I'm going to be trying to emulate is from the album As the Palaces Burn, which if you haven't listened to, I highly suggest. It's pretty awesome. Honestly, this is probably one of the first albums that I listened to that was just like straight up metal. There were no hints of new metal in it. They weren't affiliated with any new metal bands. It was just a straight up metal band. And this album really changed the way that I looked at metal music and really opened up the door to like a lot of other bands and different types of genres that were out there. So I really enjoy this album and let's just dive right into it and start dialing in the tone. It sounds like they were using Mesa Mark IV amps and guitars with EMG pickups. So while it's not an LTD, this is the only guitar that I have that has an EMG in it that is in drop D tuning. And this is a Squier Jim Root Telecaster. It's made of mahogany. This thing's really heavy. It's easily 3 times heavier than my other Telecaster. And, you know, I think we'll be able to get in the ballpark with this. Let's go ahead and open up the Ampero editor here. First of all, we're gonna pick the amplifier. And we'll go with the mesa, whatever, it's a mesa. Mark IV, lead 2, 3. Let's do the lead 3. Okay, let's just cycle through these cabinets and find one that fits. Let's get a noise gate going on that guy. That's annoying. Type 1 is the fast gate. Oh yeah, turn that reverb off. So they're probably using some sort of Mesa cabinets on the album, but with the Ampero, I just really like the Soldano cab that's on here. I just think it sounds super beefy, so we're gonna stick with that one for now. Let's And usually the 421 is my favorite microphone when I'm using the stock cabinets inside of the Ampero, and that is the case here, so I'm going to stick with that 421 microphone. It's already sounding pretty good. Let's go over to the amp and dial this in a little bit. Actually, I'm going to listen to the album here real quick. Let's start dialing this in here. So we're gonna turn the gain way up. A little bit. Let's check the... I have no idea if that's how you actually play the song, but whatever, it works. Okay, we need to dial this bass back. Let's listen to the song again. God damn, it's so heavy. Patch volume up. I'm going to save this one, and I want to check out the other channels on this head and see what they sound like. I think I actually like this channel a little bit more. Now, when I was reading up on this, it didn't say anything about them boosting their amps. The only thing that I read is that they actually use compressors going in front of the amp. To me, it sounds like there's a little bit more saturation on the record than what I'm hearing right now. So I'm gonna put a compressor on and see if we get that extra saturation or if we're gonna need to add a boost in front of the amp to do that. So let's check out the compressors here. And my guess is mostly what they're using compressors for is just to tighten up the low end a little bit, because they do a lot of like... So maybe, let's see, let's maybe something like that. Okay, I think that's in the ballpark. I'm just gonna... Oh, look, I already have one selected here. I'm just gonna throw this tube screamer on there to see what that does to it. let's listen to the album again. I don't actually know that riff. I'm just trying to play something similar. I think you could probably get away without it, but I do like it boosted a little bit more. I think it just tightens it up a little. So let's keep it there. I'm gonna dial this bass out even more. Okay, it sounds to me like it's pretty close, but there's still something missing there. So I'm gonna actually use this guitar EQ to see if I can just get a little bit more bite and attack out of that. Oh yeah, it needs to be on. Die. That's not how it goes. Yeah, adding in that EQ really helped that bite in the top end that I'm hearing on the album. And maybe what you're hearing on the album actually comes from like the mastering process. Maybe they added some saturation in the mastering chain, and that doesn't actually exist in the guitar track itself. I don't know, but I think it sounds really good if you're trying to dial in a tone that sounds like the album. So, let's listen to it one more time. Dial back this noise gate a little bit there. Probably about there. Ooh, now it's not fast enough for that. Damn it. That is a pickle. Alright, I think that's probably as close as I'm gonna get that tone. By the way, I'm totally aware that I'm playing this riff wrong because I don't really know how to play it, but you'll get the idea. So what do you guys think? Do you think I got it in the ballpark? I'll post a link to download the preset in the description below, so if you guys want to download it and check it out on your own Ampero, you can. And everything that I'm using here is built into the Ampero. I'm not using any custom IRs or anything like that, so if you own an Ampero, this should work for you. I really like this guitar tone. It's really iconic for me in a lot of ways, especially because when I heard it for the first time, I was also hearing this band for the first time, and just their music really changed the way that I looked at metal music. So this guitar tone's super nostalgic for me, and I thought it'd be a lot of fun to try and dial this in, and yeah. And plus, it's nice to get out the old Ampero once in a while and see what it can do. I forget sometimes how much I actually enjoy the Ampero. It's got a lot of versatility, and it sounds really good, you know, despite it being $400 or whatever it is. So don't let the price or size fool you. It's totally capable, and it can produce some pretty awesome results. All right, guys, that's going to be it for me. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Wow, 30 minutes. Holy fuck.